Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
We're here at Headliners in Nanaimo. This is Speed Control from Whitehorse, and they're not only gearing up for some performances, but also a rock school. We're going to look at all of that today on Go.
Reopening the discussion about closing Cedar High School, tree planting with kids in Port Alberni, and puberty coming to a body near you.
I'm told later on this edition of Go Island that I'm going to learn how to do more than just strum this guitar. We're hanging out with Speed Control at Headliners in Nanaimo today. They formed about 5 years ago. They spend about 7 months of the year on the road, and 75% of that time is spent educating kids about music in a very hands-on way. We're exploring that today. It's all part of Festival Nanaimo, celebrating the arts in March here in the Harbor City. But we're starting off on a little bit more of a serious note in the educational field still, though. Schools. School District 68 10 years facility plan that closed Cedar School earlier this year is now under review. Here's Kelly Robinson.
Hi, my name is Graham Peters. I'm all the way from Whitehorse, Yukon. I'm part of a band called Speed Control. My favorite food is bacon. My favorite vegetable is also bacon. And my favorite color is purple because it reminds me of bacon. So.
But you don't actually eat purple bacon because that would be a really bad.
I'll eat anything as long as it's bacon.
No,
yeah.
you left out.
My bacon gun show. I'm gonna get some bacon tattooed.
Are you seriously bodybuilding, like for a show?
Yeah, our band, we pride ourselves on being the healthiest and buffest band in the world. So we do a lot of education work in the daytime. So we'll teach at school. We do a history of rock and roll in schools, elementary and high schools. And then after that, we down a protein shake, go right to the gym, get buff. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, after we get our pump on, we go hang out with people our own age and play our own original rock and roll. Now,
you've been described as parka punk.
Yes.
Because you come from Whitehorse.
Yes.
Is that a fair description of your sound, do you think?
It is kind of fair. The person who dubbed us that, Stuart Darradin from the province, he was up in Whitehorse, and I think it was like May, and it was -35 or something, and everyone's walking around in parkas, and then we are in our t-shirts standing outside because we are drenched in sweat from the 35-minute show we played, and he was like, "You guys are crazy," and I'm like, "I know." So here we are.
How do you describe the music scene in Whitehorse? How did you grow up into it?
Well, our parents forced us to be musicians.
And I hear your mom cut your hair literally in the middle of the night while you were sleeping on the couch. She cut it all off.
She told me I looked homeless or something. I don't know. She said I didn't look like anyone loved me. So.
But she's also your agent, right?
She does. She books all of our education stuff. Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, so back to the original question. Okay. What's the music scene like in Whitehorse?
There's not much else to do because it's dark all the time. So the art scene is incredible. The music scene, we have a lot of folk, obviously, a lot of kind of that type stuff. We're pretty much the only like straight up rock band. The metal scene is crazy. Like there's tons of heavy metal people there. It's a unique place, right? Yeah. Because you get up there, you get stuck. The Northern Lights do something to you, so people create a lot of music.
Now I can see you're the front guy.
Yes.
But you're not alone, obviously. No. Who are the guys you're on stage with?
My younger brother plays bass. He's also my counselor. He keeps me straight.
Voice of reason, a little bit maybe. Okay.
And then our drummer Ian, he's all the way from Newfoundland, but he moved up to Whitehorse, and his name is Ian March, and he's also our bodyguard when I say too many crazy things.
And I hear that he's also a Viking.
He is a Viking. We tell the kids in school that he's only 9 years old, born on a leap decade, and that we found him in a bear trap along the Yukon River, and we've trained him to be our pet drummer. So.
Okay, a whole lot of fun. We're going to come back with more from Speed Control at Headliners connected to Festival Nanaimo. Time for a short break.
Still to come today, hands-on science lessons in Port Alberni, solar panels on Salt Spring Island, and a workbook to talk and learn about puberty.
There are more than 20 events that make up Festival Nanaimo, all taking place during the month of March. Everything from rock camp with Speed Control taking place here at Headliners to Tonight Piaf with Joël Rabou. And we are, oh, thank you, sir. This is Graham again. And why are you giving me this?
Because I'm about to teach you the first fundamentals of rock.
The fundamentals of rock. I don't think you know what you're getting. Oh, how do you, getting into? Okay. We're going to send things over now to Karen Elgersma. She's hanging out on Salt Spring Island. This feels cool. Like, just right away, my cool level has increased.
I agree.
That's why you do it, right?
That's the only reason why I do it.
Yeah, well, the kids on Salt Spring are pretty cool, too. They're putting solar panels on the roof of their school. I bet you we're not far off from the days of solar-powered guitars. Yeah. But before we get there, we have to what? Learn?
We need to learn the first 3 fundamentals of rock.
3 fundamentals of rock. Have we learned one of them already?
This. Come on. This is the surfer dude. This is rock and roll. Anyway.
Okay.
First things first. Here's your guitar pick. Take it.
Thank you.
Don't lose it, or else you owe me a push-up. Okay. Second thing. Take your fingers like this. Okay. That's how you poke people in the face.
In the face?
Fingers.
I was going to do your shoulder.
You never do it with one, you do it with 2 because it hurts more. And we're going to put it on our first 2 frets. I showed, there you go, perfect. See that? Perfect. Make sure you remember, put it back on your head, put that hand on your head. Say ooga booga chuga.
Ooga booga chuga.
Now put it back there and get it. Oh my gosh. Perfect, right? Okay, now we're going to stand facing our crowd.
Okay.
Because we're awesome.
Hello, crowd.
Good. Now your feet are kind of wide, but we want more of a power stance. There you go. Okay, perfect. Now.
Okay.
Now we have the rock stance. We have our claw of doom, which is this guy, to make the E chord.
Also known as the poker, the 2-finger poker.
Yeah, the 2-finger poker, E minor. Okay. Now we're gonna do the butterfly of doom, which is you go through and then you follow your hands around. Not too much of a body movement because then we're gonna hurt somebody with our guitar. Okay.
Or ourselves.
So we're gonna count to. We're gonna do it at 8 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do it. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do you think?
Was that too big?
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
That was pretty big, though. Was that a little bit big?
That's too big. Let's do one more time together. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now with your old hair, you would have flipped your hair too, right?
I would have been like.
No, we're having a lot of fun. It's very goofy. I'm sure that engages the kids, but there's a serious undertone of learning how to play music to this, right?
Yeah, obviously there is, but we trick the kids. If you have fun, then they learn by accident, right? And the main goal is to get them playing songs and get them having a good time and being loud, because there's so many lessons out there that is, you know, you play it by yourself in a small room and you never get to engage with your friends, right? This is bringing kids together and having a good time. Who cares if you make a mistake? Make it loud, make it proud, have a good time.
I love it.
And yeah, it's a good time.
Okay, so those are spring break camps. Rock Camp, part of Festival Nanaimo, runs March 23rd through the 27th. Different categories for different people. I think there's youth with no musical experience, youth with some musical experience, and then the adult category where I would fit in with no musical experience either. And it all leads up to a performance. You can get full details, www.nanaimofestival.com. We're gonna do it one more time, one more big now. It's like, do the hair.
3, 2, 1.
And we're going to head over to Port Alberni for some tree planting now. It's been a ton of fun hanging out and spending some time with Speed Control. Their rock camp for spring break is coming up, and it's all part, as we've mentioned, of Festival Nanaimo. This is Margot Holmes, and she's sort of spearheading this festival, and the one theme I can see is variety. Is 20 different events at least?
At least. A lot of them are arts events, of course, because that's sort of what we do. But everything from visual art to performing art to all types of music. Free events, paid events, sports events, lots of tournaments in town too.
Now, I never really think of March as a peak season for tourism. It's sort of, you know, coming out of winter hibernation. And you saw how much is actually going on in the worlds of arts and said, we need to do something about this?
Well, we decided that there's so much going on for the arts. And so why not bring people to Nanaimo? It's a great place. We've got sunshine, we've got no snow.
We've got daffodils and crocuses already growing.
And lots going on for everybody. So we've got the rock camp for kids. We've also got a Pirate Day festival taking place on March 28th. And lots of free events as well as ticketed events.
Now, some of those ticketed events, signature events, some big names. Tell me who's coming.
We're really excited to have Tiller's Folly and Royal Wood on Saturday the 7th. And then next Friday, we've got in one show, Jim Burns, Barney Bentall, and John Mann sharing the stage, which is an amazing show. Going to be amazing. So
excellent. Okay, you can get full details, times, buy your tickets, and register for Rock Camp all online, festivalnanaimo.com. We're going to switch gears a little bit. Carrie Isham is a local sexual health educator, and she's released her first, I believe it's her first, book. It's called Puberty, Coming to a Body Near You. Brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. We've had a ton of fun hanging out here at Headliners with Speed Control. They are part of more than 20 different events. Festival Nanaimo runs for the entire month of March. Your kids have a break for spring break. If you've got kids, you should have a break too. You can get full details, www.festivalnanaimo.com. And now one more time, take it away, Speed Control.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Centre, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.